Did a CPS worker leak the resilient Jenkins private information? No! This comment on one of Stephanie's most recent posts from Stephanie says, and just recently we received a notification that a worker at DHS leaked our information from their system. It's not a joke. People genuinely think we deserve no respect. But she's saying that someone leaked their private information, which I can just promise you did not happen. No one is trading their salary or their income or their stability to snark on you, Stephanie. I think that people are just right when they guess about what's going on with you and CPS, and I think that scares you. Do you guys think that anyone from any of these agencies would leak the private information of these children who are already suffering? Because I personally don't. I think that what a child welfare employee would actually do is do everything in their power to protect these kids internally and not outsource to the public and leak the kids' private information. That kind of goes against everything that social work is.
So, girl, Stephanie recently dropped this post that had everybody like, wait, what? Apparently, and I'm saying apparently because this is all coming from her side, she claims that someone at DHS, which is like their Department of Human Services, the people who handle CPS stuff, leaked some of their private family information, like straight from their system. She was saying it's not a joke. People think they don't deserve respect, blah blah blah. And she's out here acting like some rogue worker just decided to dox her whole situation to the world. Now, hold up. First of all, do we really think that's what happened? Like, be so for real. A CPS or DHS worker risking their entire job, their license, their whole career, potentially even facing criminal charges, just to leak info about this family. Oof. I personally cannot see that happening.
Oh, I've been getting a lot of comments about how I don't feed my children. What? I mean, what? Like, what? So to shut the fuck up! I'm making a video. So to show you that I actually feed my kids.
Can you actually give me food?
No, I told you to get your fucking... Go hide in the bunk bed. I don't care. Go play. Go do something.
Before you guys say anything about this meal, my kids are the one that requested noodles.
Dinner's ready. I said dinner's ready.
I feed my kids. Here, split this between the 5 of you, okay? Here you go, King Daddy Drew.
Thanks, bitch.
We're gonna go on a family little fun day. I'm gonna let the kids play in the hotel yard, and then we're gonna go dumpster diving.
Stephanie, get out of the fucking way. I'm trying to fucking play. What the fuck?
Is this how you do it? I put my kid in the washer for timeout.
Bye.
Stop. Abby, I'm not letting you out.
Please.
I'm not letting you out of the washer.
No.
Kids are getting a little hungry right now. We're playing outside. Here, eat these, guys. You're still hungry? Just eat the fucking box. Ow. Eat it!
You know how these agencies are built. Everything is about protecting the kids' privacy, especially when they're already in vulnerable situations. Like, the whole point of social work is to handle things internally, quietly, and do whatever they can to keep those babies safe, not blast their business to the internet. That would literally go against every single ethic and rule in the book. And honestly, this isn't the first time she's thrown out these big claims about people coming for her or things being sabotaged. Remember the whole Amazon wishlist saga? There was that time people were saying the wish list was fraudulent or whatever, like they weren't even getting the stuff people bought. And then suddenly someone hacked it but still sent everything. Yeah, that was weird. And then the GoFundMes, one she couldn't access anymore, and now apparently there's another one floating around. It's like every few months there's a new chapter in the woe is me, everyone's out to get us storyline. And girl, listen. Some people have sent her screenshots or possible documents that supposedly show what she's getting from the state or whatever public records. But here's the thing, even if someone did send that around privately, most reasonable people would see it and go, nah, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole. Because at the end of the day, that's kids' information. That's sensitive stuff.
Okay, no, but for real, Stephanie. But for real. So instead of being a mother, once again, we lock ourselves in the bathroom to do this. Okay, but I'm back. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to take a minute. Okay, but this is what we do instead of be a parent. We tweak out in the bathroom. You clearly said it yourself. This is what you do instead of be a parent. And this is the part I was really confused about, because this is the shit that you're teaching your little girls. You teach them this stuff. Stop. Stop teaching our kids that this is okay.
And honestly, if a real leak from an official system happened, that person would be fired so fast. Investigations would be launched, heads would roll. There'd be actual consequences. So the fact that we're not seeing any of that official fallout, makes you think, right? Low-key, it feels like this might be part of a bigger narrative she's trying to build. Like, painting this picture where everyone's attacking her, haters are everywhere, the system's against her. Maybe to rally her supporters or explain away other stuff going on. Because, real talk, the online energy around her isn't coming from nowhere. There have been so many questions and concerns about the kids' living situations, the housing instability, all the posts that people are seeing and going, is this okay? Multiple reports say CPS has been involved at different points. Visits, investigations, you name it. And instead of stepping back or focusing on the family privately, the content keeps rolling. And then there's the whole backstory with her relationships, the ex-husband situation, the current partner, the choices that have been made along the way. People bring up how she knew certain things, stayed in certain situations, had kids in certain circumstances, and allegedly there were ultimatums from the state like, you have to separate from this person or else. It's messy, super messy. And when you put all of that together, yeah, the negativity online isn't random. People see patterns, they see red flags, and they speak on it.
A Chinese data breach. That's what we're talking about here with Stephanie. Because Stephanie came on here, not on here, whatever social media post it was, and made it seem like that all the stuff she's going through, that somebody has leaked her defects, CPS, whatever, food stamps, whatever information. She made it seem like she was singled out and that someone leaked her information, when in fact, word on the street is it was some type of Chinese data breach that, with the whole system and everybody, and I do mean everybody, not just Stephanie Thompson. Everybody got the same notification. So like I was saying, Stephanie is trying to put all of these things together.
But here's my thing. Even if some of the criticism is harsh, even if people get heated in comments, leaking actual private child welfare records, that crosses a whole different line. No credible person who's actually worried about those kids would do that. They'd call the appropriate channels, not play detective on social media. So when she says, someone leaked our info from their system, I'm sitting here like, girl, where is the proof? Where is the fallout? Because without that, it just sounds like another way to flip the script and make it seem like she's the victim here. I cannot with how convoluted this all gets. One minute it's wish list drama, next it's GoFundMe issues, now it's DHS leaked everything. And through it all, the kids are still in the middle of this public roller coaster.
The Amazon wish list, the GFM, her phone, everything was hacked. When in fact, when it comes to her defects or whatever system that they have in Portland, Oregon, she might try to make it seem like somebody hacked her information and she received notification when in fact, you little hussy, everybody did. So stop trying to play the victim, because guess what? I have very, very reliable sources. I sift through many DMs, but there's always two individuals that I go to for my source. And my individuals have told me, no butter, it's some type of Chinese data breach. And everybody got the same general notification via email, text, however they get notified, that there was a breach in the system. So, Mrs. Thompson, I know it's you and Jeremiah's anniversary and all, but you ain't got a lot of kick of Craig.
It makes me sad, honestly. Like, these are little humans who didn't ask for any of this spotlight. But girl, listen. Here's where it stops feeling like petty drama and starts feeling like real consequences. Stephanie's been trying this full pivot on TikTok to become a straight-up TikTok shop affiliate seller. Like, she flipped her entire page. No more of the personal family updates, the lifestyle stuff, the little moments that used to connect people. It's back-to-back product videos, sometimes posted literally minutes apart. One thing, then boom, another, then another. No breathing room, no strategy, no storytelling. Just links, Sales pitches, pictures of the stuff, and this desperate, rushed energy. You can feel it when you scroll. It doesn't feel organic or fun to watch. It feels forced, transactional, like she's just hitting record, saying whatever, and uploading without thinking twice.
So anyways, my kids go to a primary school in our district, blah, 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 blah. It's grossly understaffed. But every day they come home from school, they tell me the same mother freaking thing. That after they get through the lunch line, they make it to the table to sit down and eat their food, and the teachers are already saying, all right, everybody back up and get to the class. Bro, I don't give a shit if you're fucking that grossly understaffed. Give the kids time to eat. Like, I'm literally about to go on a mom rant at this place. This is one of the reasons why I pulled them out of school last year, because like, my kids would come home starving. They don't eat. They're not given time to freaking eat. For God's sake, an employee is given time to eat on a 6-hour shift. You should give the kids some time to fucking eat.
And you know what a rebrand actually works? Brands notice. They want more collab. They reach out, double down. But here, the opposite. Companies are stepping back. Quietly at first, but then one went full take it down. Not edit it, not tweak the wording, remove the whole promotional video she already posted. Like, they did not want their product tied to her name, her image, or the whole situation anymore. And brands don't do that lightly. Free promo is free promo. They only pull if they think the association hurts them more than it helps. That's a massive red flag.
Every night. I'll tell you why. Because I spoke to all of the teachers during the conferences about a week and a half ago. And I asked them, how come my kids don't have homework? None of them have homework. And the response broke my heart. They said, we don't expect there to be any kind of parental support at home in this district. It's pretty rare for kids to have any kind of support at home in this district. And I was like, oh, I don't know why I didn't think about that, because it kind of makes sense for where we live, sadly. And I was like, okay, well, anything you can send home with my kids, please. By all means, send it home, and I will do it with them, because I want them to have as much educational support as they possibly can. And I was so nervous to start this. Let me tell you something. I was so nervous because I was like, I'm not a teacher. I don't know what the F I'm doing teaching my kids stuff at home. But it's been fine. It's been great. And my kids were little smarties. We were doing, just anything they're learning at school, we're repeating. And then we're trying to go a little bit above it. So if they're doing sight words that are, 3 letters, we're going to try to learn some that are 4. And then we're going to learn the spelling of them. We're not just going to learn what the word is. And they're all doing amazing. And the teachers, every time they give me those, where they do those quarterly reviews and they tell you how they're doing educationally, my kids are thriving, and I will shout that from the room because I'm so proud of them. All 3 of them, they're so smart and they're driven and they're excited about school, and I'm just going to try my best to continue that attitude at home so they continue that through high school and through whatever they want to do with their lives. And I would if I could do that for more kids, I totally would.
This happened with a specific product, a Montessori-style busy board for kids' learning and development. One of those sensory boards with zippers, buttons, laces, all about helping little ones build skills. Super cute, educational, child-focused. The company was something like a small shop specializing in kids stuff, emphasizing well-being and positive growth. So, from the start, this is a sensitive category. When you're promoting anything for children, you're basically saying publicly, I care about kids' safety and happiness. Apparently, and this is all based on what creators and reports have shared, someone reached out to the company directly. Not in a mean way, but hey, you might want to look into who you're partnering with. This person promoting your child development product has a long history online of not prioritizing her own kids. It wasn't vague. It pointed to patterns people have seen for months. The way things are shown on camera, the choices, the living situations.
Are Stephanie and Drew Jenkins not talking about what's going on? Because Drew is posting his Amazon wish list for birthday parties and Christmas and this and that. And Stephanie Jenkins is fighting the internet like she always is when she's on a rug craze or whatever. And she's like, who's giving me these gifts? Why are people sending me all of these gifts? Talk to your baby daddy, because he keeps handing how does she not know that he has a handout? Right? Am I the one who thinks that? What do you think? Do you really think that Stephanie Jenkins wants people this is just, she's very intelligent. Is this what you think, that she's just trying to make people give her gifts like a Jedi mind trick kind of thing? Or she's just that clueless? It could be either or. I don't understand. I'm eating my goldfish here Just thinking about the fact of how Stephanie Drew Jenkins, might be having another baby. I don't know.
The concern was simple. If someone isn't putting their own children first, should they be the face of a kids brand? Especially one that talks up child well-being. And get this, the company didn't ignore it. They didn't defend her or brush it off. They responded thoughtfully. They thanked the person for reaching out, apologized for any discomfort the collab caused, and said they were already aware of some of the issues before the message even came in. Once the child safety angle hit, they got it. They immediately contacted Stephanie and said, "Take the video down. Not revise, not fix, remove it completely. No salvaging."
Apparently there's been a message thread between Stephanie and one of her supporters. She is bitch moaning and complaining about someone sent her some information that a DFAX worker has leaked her information. Take a look at this message. So what it looks like to me, it just seems like to me, Stephanie is trying to tie all of this together. You know how? First, the Amazon wish list was a fraud. They weren't getting anything from the Amazon wish list. And then someone hacked into it, but sent them all of the stuff. Remember that GFM that she couldn't access anymore? Now people are telling me there's another GFM.
They made it clear. As a brand for families and kids, they take that responsibility seriously. They want to focus on meaningful, thoughtful products. Boom, line drawn. That response. Chef's kiss. It shows this wasn't some random complaint they dismissed as drama. They did their homework, saw enough to decide the association wasn't right, and protected their image. For a small business in the kids space, that's huge. They can't afford to look like they're okay with anything that raises eyebrows about neglect or priorities.
So it seems like this woe to me narrative that she is painting, that all of a sudden GFMs, wish lists, so on and so on, now her information was leaked at DFAX. Somebody DM'd me the possible documents. I'm not sharing that. Guess what I did? I deleted it. I don't need to know nothing about Stephanie like that. I don't need to know any type of public record when it comes to her kids and what she's getting to her kids, because really that's none of my information. But I will say is this: it didn't look valid to me. And the source was not very credible. But what I will say is this: I do think she's full of shit. I do think she's trying to paint this narrative, this woe to me, and the person who sent her that thread, she gets so many haters on her material. I wonder why, Powell. I wonder why she gets so much negativity.
And honestly, why the eyebrows? Because the patterns are out there, in her own content, living in a motel for way too long with a big family. Not because there were zero options, but while posting about other spending like gardening stuff or kitchen gadgets. Housing for 7 kids isn't optional, it's basic. Then the yelling, snapping at the kids on camera. Not once, but enough times it becomes a thing people notice. Wondering what it's like off camera. Parentifying the older daughter, leaving her to handle the baby a lot. That baby falling off the bed after seizures. Supervision concerns right there. Small portions of food for the kids while money goes elsewhere. Promises of fun things like urban air that never happen even when money was around. Christmas with no real effort, claiming no space for gifts, but space for new boxes for her and Drew. None of this is hidden, it's public. Brands Google, they look, they see. If this is what shows up online, it raises questions about behind the scenes.
It's crazy. I really just find it odd that people take it upon themselves to get into somebody's Amazon account and order stuff directly from their cart and think that they're doing them a favor, and it's not freaking creepy and weird.
Stephanie from the Resilient Jenkins is saying that somebody hacked into her Amazon account and purchased the items that were in her cart and a save for later list. with their own money, not theirs.
I never asked you to send anything to my kids because, quite frankly, whoever's doing this is low-key a stalker weirdo.
The reason that Stephanie is addressing this at all is because the internet is accusing her of sharing an Amazon wish list and having the internet provide a Christmas for her children because they've noticed new items in her videos from her previous Amazon wish list.
I found it odd when people kept telling me that me and Drew shared a wish list over the holidays when I knew damn well we didn't.
So, in an effort to explain these new items, Stephanie has now posted 2 videos claiming that her Amazon account was hacked. First video, she was asking other people if they thought that this situation was weird and said that they were grateful for the items, but in the second video, this person is a stalker weirdo, also not returning the items, they're keeping them. People in the comments are saying, there's no way this is the story you're going with. Someone hacked into your Amazon so they could buy you items from a private list? Yeah, these angel hackers are running rampant. If you're genuinely freaked out, send the package back to Amazon. I guarantee you opened and kept the packet. It seems that people are mainly talking about this because they want to know if Stephanie provided a Christmas for her children because she posted 0 Christmas content. We know that they're homeless living in a motel, by the way, what's with the 8? But it wasn't long ago that Stephanie was on a live stream bragging about how much money she made. So let me know your thoughts down below.
Continuing a partnership could look like endorsing that. Customers back off, trust drops, reputation hurts. So yeah, the company did what they had to. Smart move. Meanwhile, the TikTok shop approach itself. Girl, it's not landing. Views are way down. Used to be millions per video, now struggling for 200,000. Engagement tanked. People aren't rushing to support when real-life improvements for the kids aren't showing. Instead of addressing root stuff, it's commissions, commissions, commissions. And some of these purchases, she dropped hundreds, like over $300 on a red light therapy mask, another $300 on a laser hair remover. Refundable samples, meaning she only gets money back if she sells enough. But while claiming no money for Christmas gifts, no space, can't afford to move out of the motel, yet cash up front for self-care gadgets. And then seeing Drew at a food bank.
She's married to a PDF file. She knew he was a PDF file. She purposefully had 2 kids to that PDF file. She left her kids with that PDF file while she went to work. The state threatened her that she had to leave Jeremiah or else they would take the children. He is trying to divorce her because she's pissed because a PDF file got a vasectomy. The only reason why she's in Oregon, because she needed plan B, because she wasn't planned to be stuck with the little ick that got her allegedly pregnant. That was not Jeremiah. And then she went and colonized Princess Druseldorf's apartment. So you want to know why she gets the hate that she does. I'll be glad to let you know if you want to hit me up. But until then, Stephanie's full of shit because if someone really did leak her information about her, what she gets from the state and everything, they wouldn't have a job. They wouldn't. So all this leaking and prying into her life, I think it's a ploy. I think she's full of shit. I'll be back, sugar tits. Bye-bye.
The priorities just don't add up. It's not about being broke, it's about where the money goes. Plus, the way she hypes these products, claiming big results, edging backwards or whatever, it comes off as salesy when trust is already low. People aren't buying, they're questioning, criticizing, and contacting brands. Once credibility is gone, TikTok Shop doesn't save you, it highlights the issues. This whole thing feels like consequence, not hate. Putting herself and Drew first repeatedly, wasting potential stability money, focusing on content the audience doesn't want while expecting funding. More brands might follow suit. It's uncomfortable, but it's telling. So, the Amazon wishlist situation with the resilient Jenkins, Stephanie.
Alright guys, I just got back from the food bank because we need food. And there's nothing I can do about it.
False. You could tell Stephanie to get a freaking job already so your kids can eat and have a roof over their head.
Feeling like I'm failing, and this is the only way to feed my family for the next couple days. I guess you could say I've just been depressed, I guess, a little bit. I just like doing it when it happens.
If you're depressed, just imagine how your 7 kids are feeling. You should have more of a problem with Stephanie's priorities. She cares more about being able to call herself a stay-at-home mom and content creator than providing FEMA's basic needs for your kids.
Just seeing a lot of stuff online, curious, what people actually think of us is I think people think that we're pretty awful people. I don't know why.
Why is this man acting so brand new? People have been telling you their issues with you for over a year now, Drew. Be so for real.
Everything that we do is pretty normal.
No, it's not normal.
This is where things went from questionable to full-on explosion mode. Like, no calm build-up, no quiet explanation, just straight chaos, emotional tangents, and a story that had everybody tilting their heads like, wait, what? It all blew up around the holidays when she had this post saying she'd prayed on it and decided not to share a Christmas wish list for the kids. She framed it super thoughtfully, like, holidays are tough financially for lots of people. She didn't want to put that on anyone. Bless somebody else who needs it more. We'll make it special ourselves. Sounded responsible, right? Almost noble. But then, quietly, without any heads up, a wish list pops up. Not in her name, in Drew's, loaded with stuff clearly for the children. People spot it, start buying, and suddenly the whole no wish list thing feels off. Questions fly, comments get heated, people connect the dots. This directly contradicts what she just said. And what does she do? At first, nothing. Crickets. Then, when pressed, she straight up denies it. Like, if you see a wish list with our names, it's not us. We didn't post one, wouldn't post one. Probably spam. Be careful. Flat denial. No hacking talk yet, no privacy invasion angle. Just spam. Ignore it.
Also, I see a lot of different kind of hate support online, and I'm curious when we're going to maybe get some of that support before we can figure some stuff out for ourselves too.
You've done absolutely nothing to deserve more support. You both put your own wants and needs over the kids' well-being. The fact that you even think you deserve more support for the bad choices you keep making shows how emotionally immature you both are.
Not saying we're, leaning on everybody else, but I see a lot of exterior support online from a lot of different sources. People making revenues and revenues. No, I mean, I gotta be more consistent posting, but even me, I only make 25 cents on TikTok.
You and Steph are some of the most entitled people I've ever come across. You make low-effort content about neglecting your kids. No one should be able to make money from that.
I mean, it is what it is.
I'm so tired of these selfish bozos acting like they have no idea why they're disliked. Every day you're in this situation is more trauma for those little kids. But you two care more about weed and video games than their well-being. That's why no one likes you. Grow the hell up, okay? Bye now.
But girl. Then the items start showing up. Physically. In her videos. People see the gifts on camera, sitting right there in the motel room during one of her cleaning clips. No more room to pretend nothing happened. That's when she finally addresses it. Not calmly, not with receipts, but in full crash-out mode, spiraling on camera, talking in loops, throwing emotional hypotheticals, and landing on this wild conclusion. Their Amazon account got hacked. And not just any hack, the most thoughtful, detail-obsessed hackers in history. Apparently, someone broke in, went to her saved-for-later cart, saw exactly what she wanted, including kid sizes she swears she never shared. Paid with their own money, shipped everything straight to her address, no link shared, no repost, just pure generosity? She says she's torn. Grateful the kids got stuff, but creeped out and violated. Like, why would someone hack in and do something nice? She kicks it off with this question to the audience.
Somebody hacked into our Amazon.
The Portland hacker is back, everyone. Oh no, Pookie, they got Pookie. Oh, someone hacked her Amazon account and sent her free things. Oh Lord, please protect Pookie. Oh, she's got all these boxes on her porch. She doesn't know what, not a porch. Not a porch. She's got all these boxes outside her motel room. Pookie, do you think we're dumb? Because the last time you said you got hacked was when all your videos started getting deleted off your page because you said some really nasty things.
They've taken items that I've had in the cart and just sent them to us.
Can I get a hacker to send me free stuff? Also, there was another creator on here, I don't remember who, sorry, that was saying that somebody was bullying her and sent her like a Big Mac.
If you got something from your save-for-later cart that you never shared, would you be grateful or freaked out? It's not random, it's strategic. She's trying to shift the focus from you denied the list and got caught to this feels invasive. Suddenly, it's not about lying or transparency. It's about privacy, boundaries, discomfort, emotions over facts. Then she admits, carefully, yeah, they received some items from a list she never shared, but only because the stuff was visible now. Before that, silence. No breakdown, no caption. Exposure forced her hand. And the story gets even more creative. She dives into this side anecdote about being a young mom, her sister taking her baby to Build-A-Bear without her, how she felt bitter at first, but then grateful the kid got the experience. So she can feel pissed about the invasion, but thankful for the gifts, holding two feelings at once.
Losing your cats, you literally physically removed your cats. What? And are now banned from owning pets for years because of how horribly you treated yours. You were not trying to do what you could at the time, because many people reached out to you and said they could take the cats, they knew somebody who could take the cats, they could help you with the cats. Countless people have come forward and said this, and you deny that, but they know they said what they said, and what you said was, no, you didn't want help. And your solution was to just release them back into the wild because you took in strays. That's not how that works. And even if that was the case, you don't do that with an animal that the poor, I don't want to get wet for even saying how bad the condition the poor thing was in. It had no fur, no meat left on it, like, that went on for months. You didn't do anything about your cat for months, and if you could not afford to properly take care of your cat, you give it up. You rehome it or you give it to a shelter, because clearly you could not take care of it and did not want to. Because as usual, rugs and everything for yourself came before caring for your kids and your pets. Tails all the time for you. This is 72-hour-old behavior. All I wanted when I first became a mom was to guard my babies from all the hurt and evil in this world. You gave your babies preconception to a PDF. I don't want to hear anything about guarding from anything from a child exploiter.
Okay, sure, humans do that. But it doesn't explain the denial, doesn't explain calling it spam, doesn't explain no thank yous to the actual buyers. In the caption, long, defensive, typing like she's cornered, she says they're not used to generosity without strings, reframes it as crossing a line since they never gave info out, leans hard into this person knows our kids' sizes, our address, everything, wild. Wants it to sound scary, but it just raises more questions. If nothing was shared, how'd anyone know? The math ain't mathing. She even zooms in on the mini trampoline as proof, says they talked about it privately days before, wanted it for the youngest too, but space is tight in the motel, had financial goals first. Then, boom, it arrives. See? Hack. But if it's proof of anything, it's that the item was accessible somehow, like on a list.
72-hour-old. Yes, you have done a horrible job at that. We are all well aware. Are you finally catching up? Using your mom as a scapegoat for horrible things that you've done is not okay. Your mom and your upbringing has nothing to do with the way you are choosing to live your life and treat your children right now. Grow up. Bye-bye now.
After debating for some time, we decided we will not have indoor cats when we move. Prior to me and Drew getting together, I had one cat and he had one cat. The cat that he had was a stray that came in from outside, and the cat that I had was a cat that I received from a friend. Becoming a family, we brought in 2 other stray cats. So at one point we did have 4 cats in this apartment. That seriously did not last long, not even more than a couple of weeks. And then my cat Conscious, who's always been a free spirit, wanted to go outside, and so we let her do so. It's always been my opinion that if you have cats and they act like they want to go outside, let them outside. They're animals. And I don't mean feel to sound any bit insensitive. To me, it seems like you're doing the cat a disfavor when they're asking to go outside. That's where they want to be happy, and you're not letting them go. And let's be honest, as much as we love our fur babies, they sure do mess up the inside. I won't miss waking up to cat hair all over my counters. And yes, I am aware that's probably more than likely why we dealt with a flea issue to begin with. We just wanted our kids to experience having their fur babies inside with all the cuddles they wanted. But we feel now it's just the best interest in all of our family members to have them just be outdoor kitties. That does not mean we just stick them outside and not take care of them. Our cats still get plenty of cuddles and they get fed every day. But this way, they get to be the free spirits they like to be outside, and we can go about preventing some of the damages that cats bring to a home as well as all the cat hair. But we always still love our fur babies.
She admits it might have taken months to buy themselves, so grateful, but still thrown off by normalized privacy invasion. Here is where it fully collapses for me. If she genuinely believed this was a massive breach, why keep everything? Why not return it? Contact Amazon, show alerts, login warnings, emails. Amazon is strict. New device logins trigger notifications, payment confirmations, the works. No paper trail, no "was this you" texts. And the hacker pays with their money, picks exactly what she wanted, ships to her. That's not hacking. That's a Secret Santa with perfect intel and a credit card. Unrealistic.
I love that for Stephanie Jenkins, that now all of a sudden she's like, why are people sending me things? Weren't you the same girl that was showing us inside of your kitchen when your kids were sleeping on a slice of French toast while you and your man, Drew, were sleeping in in the only bedroom in the house, and the kids were sleeping in the front? You filmed all of that for content. You let us into your lives. You basically showed us where you lived. And now, is it okay for strangers to go and seek you out? No, I'm not advocating that. I'm just saying you were literally celebrating like 2-3 weeks ago that somebody sent you something, and you're like, oh, look, they sent me this. Oh, it's so cute. But now you care. Is it because people, like creators, called you out, saying that it was mad weird that people are sending you things to your address and you're accepting them, like where your kids lie their heads. This is she's probably paranoid and inconsistent because of the drug use or something. But come on, Stephanie Jenkins, stop being fake. Either commit, like double down, like either you're going to accept gifts or not. And you know what you're doing when you're adding things to your wish list because she added a trampoline and people donated it to her apparently. You are not saving up. You are dry begging and you are grifting. Please stop.
This pattern, though, it's not new. Deny first, benefit quietly, then, when exposed, blame a hack. Letter to a judge about an ex. Site hacked. GFM access issues. Account hacked. Photos missing. iCloud hacked. Now Amazon. Every time receipts appear, it's a breach. But never screenshots, never proof, just stories. She benefited, kept the items, used them, kids got stuff, but wants sympathy for feeling violated. Damage control at its finest. The more she explains, the messier it gets.
Did you guys see Jenkins' recent post? Oh my goodness. This woman is back on her Delulu shit, okay? Did you see it? She seems to think that someone hacked into her Amazon account, bought the stuff, went onto her wish lists, bought the stuff from her wish lists, sent it to her home. You really think, Janky Poo, Stephanie, do you really think that someone is going to hack into your Amazon account, go into your lists, and send your motel room the presents? If anybody is hacking into anything, it's for their own gain. They're not hacking into it to make your life better. They would be hacking into it to make their life better. I do not believe for 1 second that someone hacked into her Amazon account, went into her wish lists, and bought all of her kids' stuff. Are you kidding me?
Anyway, that's the tea on this wishlist saga. All alleged, based on what's been posted and shared online. Nothing 100% confirmed from every angle. What do you think? Calculated excuses? Or does she really believe this? Drop your hot takes below and tell me again, where are you from and what time is it there? I live for those comments. Smash like if this hit, subscribe, notifications on, okay? Mwah. Love you guys. Talk soon.